which I will be moderating. It's our fellow panelist, Dr. Lenka from the Ministry of Industry and Trade. Please have your seat, Lenka. And our Vice President, Mr. Turgut Özal. Have your seat. And our IPA London representative, Mr. Ulaş Mallı. Please have your seat. And I will be going there, I will do my myself. This session we will talk about the impact of AI to the economy, and we will talk about some industries, telecom in particular. And I have myself down there. Before starting, I would like to tell something regarding Turgut especially. He really barely made it here. Yesterday his flight was cancelled, so that's a big excuse, and it's not his hands. And he made it here today, very early today, so because he wanted to be with us here and know how to make this speech, so please applause him. And also our IPA London representative, Ulaş, I was just recently informed, he got a promotion. Another applause for him. He came all the way from London, and he is leading our members in UK, and also he's working in Vodafone Group as a senior manager big data and AI. Let's start. We are seeing a global economic slowdown, with investments slowing down in most sectors. However, AI seems to be the exception, as in the previous session mentioned. Can you tell us more about this, please?
Absolutely. I was going to start off with a joke saying, now that we finished the general session, I'll get into the technical details. So, in terms of economy, I think it's a fascinating time for us to witness the global economy. What we're seeing is a slowdown, as you said, in many industries, but there is a bright spot on the horizon, which is artificial intelligence. Now, AI and machine learning investments have been leading venture capital growth in the first half of 2023. This is a clear indication that investors have faith in the transformative potential of AI. But it's not just about numbers. If you look at it, AI has the potential to redefine industries, create new opportunities, drive growth unlike anything we've seen before. Now, the question I've always been getting is, all right, but where's the money going towards? And it's safe to say that investments are being made in many different industries, but there is a specific focus given the economic slowdown, which is enhancing productivity, so being faster, being cheaper. And when we look at it, especially as Momaya said, software companies are reaping the benefits using examples such as AI-assisted coding bots. Our research indicates that AI-assisted bots increase the speeds of production of a certain task by up to 20% without any loss of quality. This is the start of a paradigm shift where the traditional model was someone with expertise would be using Excel or coding, but now we're shifting towards an environment where anyone can be technical using AI. So this is really, in fact, an interesting shift. Now, another point here is we're talking about automation, but AI itself isn't just about automation. AI is a catalyst for change. What do we mean by this is AI is one changing what customers value, meaning such examples that come to mind could be hyper-personalization or agent-led discovery. Another example from AI is it's creating new business opportunities. Now, we've already discussed this and I won't go into the details, but think of Uber using smartphone-enabled scale. Think of Netflix using internet, or even think of just Google ushering in a new era of search. AI is really changing the game here. Now, in terms of the economic value, latest research estimates that the value from AI, this is only a subset of use cases, by the way, not the entire value, but from a subset of use cases, the potential value that can be driven is between 2.6 to 4.4 trillion dollars annually. I'll repeat, 2.6 to 4.4 trillion dollars from a subset of use cases. Now, to put this into perspective, seeing how Ulesh is coming from London, the entire GDP of the UK in 2021 was $3.1 trillion. So each year we're creating a new UK, and this is only a subset of the universe of potential use cases. Now, of course, the impact on each industry will be different. It's going to differ by the industry activities, functions, how mature it is. So it really does depend on a lot of factors, but it's a nice.
You talked about the industry-specific development of AI. Can you give us an example of how AI is transforming a specific industry, given your numbers?
Sure. I won't go into telecom specific, but I can give one example, seeing how there are a lot of Turkish startups and companies that really became successful in gaming, such as Peak Games. Now, the video gaming industry, executives from video gaming, forecast in the next 5 to 10 years that half of the entire game developments can be done using AI. Now, today even they're using AI to plan processes, kind of do the pre-planning, but they are starting to test AI for character developments, dialogues, scenery, environments. Now, we are talking about automation now, but in the near future, AI, this is just one example of how AI can be used for innovation and creativity. Another point I want to emphasize before closing everything up is change in workforce, the transformation of workforce as well. Now we're expecting the workforce to transform or accelerate transforming in the near future because of the potential of increasing automation. Now the expectations are similar to video games actually, that half of all of the tasks we're doing can be automated between 2030 and 2060, with a midpoint in 2045. Again, mentioning half of all the tasks. Why is this 2045 important? Because at the beginning of this year, we were estimating this to be 2055. So only in a matter of 11 months, less than a year, we realized that our forecasts were a bit too conservative, and actually the change or pace of growth is much faster. This is both amazing, but also scary. It's growing at a much rapid pace than anyone else is forecasting right now.
Thank you, Turu. So, as I earlier mentioned, we will go really fast. So I believe people are hungry. So before wrapping up your segment, could you leave us with a final thought on the future of AI in the economy? How would you cover it?
Yeah, what I can say here is this, from what everyone's said so far, and we'll say, I think that the era of generative AI is just beginning. AI has immense potential, but this requires investments. And not investment only in software, but especially investment in supporting workers who will have to change the activities they're doing or shift their jobs. I think it's a very exciting journey. I'm personally very excited to see how it unfolds. But again, as I emphasized, the biggest, I think, point we have to look at is here are the nuances that differentiate each industry.
As you say, each industry, I want to pass the word to Ulash here. Ulash, considering various industries and especially zooming in, specifically in your sector, telecom technology sector, what transformative impacts can AI bring, and how might it redefine the industry's dynamics, services, and customer experiences?
Sure. Thank you very much, and thank you very much for joining for us today. Before starting my speech, also good to mention about what IPA is, right? So we are here with the IPA, which is called Artificial Intelligence Policies Associations. So we are at an organization that I'm trying to lead the London, organization with a couple of very talented people. We try to create awareness about the policies around, AI and how we are going to change and disrupt industries by using effects of it. Of course, every government, when we look at the European and also Asian or African countries, they have different priorities. AI coming, maybe second or third one. But how we can increase the awareness to make sure AI is a top topic, which will improve our future very well, and how we are going to make and help regulators to take right actions will be our priority as an association. Coming back to your question, so of course we did lots of technical, speech, and today I'm going to talk about very commercial ones, because my boss every day asking me to generate money by using AI. This is the reality of the life, and I'm leading 13 markets and all the big data and AI activities around the world. So what we are trying to do, maybe great to separate AI into 4 buckets. One is the data side. When we look at the data side, without a good quality of data, you cannot have any output, right, with a good quality. It is the basic understanding of garbage in and garbage out. If you increase the quality of the data, and also if you protect the life of the people, you can provide a good result by using the AI. When we look at the people side, so for the labor market, every company, every economy is trying to increase the labor efficiency, right, the productivity. I think with this new announcement of the AI, we can increase the efficiency. How we can do it? Really, as my dear Dr. Umut said, we are putting many data into that bucket and try to optimize it and use this computation power to give a best result to humankind. So think about that, the people's growth journey. They spend 20-25 years to learn to touch, love, spend their life with the families, and all of them are about the experiences. But it is taking longer time for all of us to learn these hard or bad or good experiences. Thanks to the AI, just maybe in 18 hours, we can just simulate the humankind that will be really effective like real human. They can love, they can answer the good question. As Şebnem Hocam said, there was a good answer provided by ChatGPT, which is very specific and targeted to related customers. So when we look at the people side, this is so critical. And how it is affecting the job market. When we look at the last 20 years, there were jobs like machine engineers, mechanical engineers, industrial engineers, lots of engineers, right? But for AI specific area, this is the big challenge for organizations like me to hire a new talent. So in the last 2 years, we were calling data scientists as a very fancy job. And thanks to big corporates like Google, Amazon, and others, they're providing data science as a service. So data science, I'm sorry to say, there are some couple of data scientists. It is a 2 years history right now. But when we look at the new feature, we just announced ML engineers. Then with the development of LLM, we called OpenAI, we just launched the prompt engineers. So catching all those skills require a big investment, just for a person or just for an organization. So as a professional in the company, like called Vodafone, the telecom, this is the thing that we are trying to catch every time to the right people. The last one is the technology. I have a big idea that in the one day, there will be 3 companies in the world. Those are Google, AWS, and maybe Microsoft. Because those companies are heavily investing in the industries. Like you can see that Microsoft acquire every year gaming companies, artificial intelligence companies, and everything. So they are trying to create a big ocean, data ocean, to just make sure we are providing right products to customers. So the last point from my side, the use cases. Again, like every day, my boss is trying to create use cases, which is very different in 15 markets. What we are trying to solve, the first thing, we are trying to recommend best products to our customers. When you join the digital application, you are trying to get the best product with a limited time. So our data scientists try to optimize these engines to make sure that we are seeing the right solutions. When we look at South Africa, like it is a very different use case that we are working right now. In South Africa, the biggest problem of the telecommunication companies is the tax. So people are stealing bus stations. So our team in South Africa trying to find who might potentially steal our bus stations and how we can proactively avoid those situations. Or if we go to Germany, the biggest problem is credit risk. So whenever you try to buy a new product, you are having difficulties about your credit rate. So our team is building a data structure to make sure that you are as a customer, you have a good scores that you are going to be eligible for a couple of products. So this is another use case that we are trying to just built together. And the last one is LLM, of course. Today, everybody's talking about OpenAI, right? So I just want to highlight about, of course, commercial use cases that you can write some, you can create some use cases related to social media. For instance, if I'm going to launch an iPhone 15, I can just create a post in 2 seconds. Or if we are talking about the call center agents that we are trying to do right now, as most of the telecommunicating companies right now, what they do really, they implement AI solutions like LLM to listen to calls. Of course, the privacy is a key. We try to assign sentiments to each customer, whether the conversation going good or bad, or whether customer might get another product or not, or they are complaining a lot, so how we can solve those customers. There's a screen in front of the agent, and they try to get every time a new recommendation or new guidance that you can just help frontline agents to make sure keeping our customers happy. But from other perspective, I want to touch today again. So 2 weeks ago in London, there was an AI State Summit. The governments, companies, everybody's thinking the security side of the AI, how people and organizations will secure their data and make sure that they are not damaging right now to their organizations. So what is happening with the LLM? Everybody's talking about the commercial side of it, but how about the software generation part of it? So right now with LLM, the guys from certain countries sitting in front of the computer and writing millions of codes to attack our system. So in our team, we have 15 people. They are trying to protect all our departments and try to protect confidential information which is related to you. We have your credit data. We have your customer data, family members. We know everything about you. So for that certain situation, right now with the coming problems with the LLM, we are, as a telecommunication or technology companies, we are trying to avoid those attacks. So we cannot go some countries and work from them because just avoiding those kind of situations. So what I'm trying to say in a short term, so commercial companies try to generate a revenue from the AI. This is the key. The second thing, government and other organizations try to protect themselves with the right solutions to avoid all those problems related to AI. The third one is, of course, efficiency, that economy trying to be more proactive and more productive. Then directly, this is helping all of them in a short. Then last week, I just want to give you the last example from my experience last week in Oxford. I joined Oxford University Venture Club as just a conversation, and they showed me a very different result. It is really inspiring for me. What I see, like 80% of the VC investment right now going through directly to AI. So if you are as an entrepreneur, if you are just taking some opportunities to build some AI solutions, I think this is the right time. Although somehow AI is a solution, but sometimes it is not. But what I realized that AI is coming very fast, and sometimes investors and other people are not knowledgeable enough. They are just throwing the money to the solution. Maybe you remember our London event in the embassy, that the young lady called Miriam, she raised $3 million last week, three weeks ago. So she couldn't do it 2 months ago. So we can see that there are lots of opportunities outside, and as a young AI professionals and or the people who are working on the corporate, we should be very attractive on those topics. So I don't want to make it longer, and I'm sure that
Last 2 minutes, please wrap up.
Good.
Okay.
No longer conversation. I'm just jumping to the Lenka, so I'm sure the public sector will be most important than the commercial one. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you for your words, Ulash. Dear Dr. Lenka, as you see, I cut their times half freer time. So Lenka is leading the head of the Digital Economy and Society Unit in the Department of the Digital Economy and Smart Specialization of the Ministry of Industry and Trade of Czechia. So she will talk about the Czechia's AI strategy and the achievements, developments they have done so far. Lenka, please.
Good afternoon, dear Your Excellency, dear ladies and gentlemen. It is a great honor for me to be here with you and discuss our AI policy in the Czech Republic. I'm from the Ministry of Industry and Trade, and on behalf of the Ministry, I would like also shortly introduce our our ministry, because ministry is quite powerful. In the Czech Republic we have many activities, from energy policy to industry policy. You know that the Czech Republic has about 38% of GDPR, which derives from the industry. And also we have now new activities regarding digitalization and of course artificial intelligence. And as a representative of the Department of Digital Economy and Smart Specialization, we learned that the artificial intelligence will be the priority of our ministry. And thanks to our minister, it is now on the priority lists. And we know that it is very important for the Czech economy and also for our digital and AI ecosystem to help our businesses and also to help our citizens to know how to adapt to the artificial intelligence technology. So the Czech Republic is a member of the European Union, and we have also closely cooperated with the European Commission when the European Commission formulated its first AI strategy in 2018, and after this EU strategy, the Czech Republic also adopted its national strategy of artificial intelligence. We belong to the first countries in the world that has this strategy, and this strategy also was approved in 2019, and it covers 7 areas of activities, from the research and development to digital skills to impact on AI, on the labor market, and also international cooperation, finances for AI, and as well as cybersecurity and ethics of artificial intelligence. So this strategy is a really cross-sectoral strategy and very broad, comprehensive, complex, and as it is economic strategy from one point, as the Ministry of Industry and Trade is the main coordinator of the strategy, we have to involve in drafting it many other stakeholders from the ministries and from businesses or trade unions, and special also experts from abroad. So in 2021, when the COVID crisis came, and it has some impact also on our artificial intelligence strategy, because there were many goals, ambitious goals, as well as, and also many measures that we wanted to be fulfilled by 2021, but it was some successes in the strategy of artificial intelligence. Nevertheless, there were also some measures that wasn't occurred or wasn't be fulfilled. So when we did evaluation of the strategy last year and this year with all stakeholders and all involved partners in the process of implementation of national strategy, we found out that about 1/4 of measures were fulfilled, but the rest were unfulfilled. But what is somehow positive in it, that we decided that due to the all international developments and very general spread of generative AI, we decided to formulate new updated national strategy of artificial intelligence. But when I came back to the achievements of the first AI strategy, we found out that there was some progress in the area of infrastructure, in the Czech Republic concerning AI, because we had funding from the European Commission and from the Czech budget for creation of the special European Digital Innovation Hubs in the Czech Republic. There are 6 now, and they provide consultancy to businesses and also to special, also to public authorities. And these edits cover also the area of artificial intelligence, and every citizen can go there and ask for the advice concerning application of AI. We have also success regarding special facility. It's called Artificial Intelligence Testing and Experimentation Facility for Manufacturing. It's based in Czech Republic in 3 universities, one here in Prague, then one in Brno and Ostrava, and also they provide services for businesses. They can test their AI applications and also provide them with some consultancy, or they also can advise them what they can do with their products or with their services in the future. So this is very big, I think, achievements, and we are really happy that these European Digital Innovation Hubs also will be active in Turkey, because Turkey became the part or the member of the Digital Europe program, which co-found this edX, and so in future we will have them too, and it's a good platform how to exchange the experiences with all their services and all the cases that they use in the future. And what also have a bit negative impact on our AI national strategy is the fact that, of course, in the European Union and in the world, there were many now initiatives concerning regulation of artificial intelligence. And Czech Republic is a very liberal, open-minded country. Of course, we don't want to regulate AI technology as such, but we usually look at the risks of AI technology. So we think that it's important to have some regulation which gives the AI some security for people, and which is safe, of course, for us. So this international and EU development has also impact on the activities that we wanted to do in our strategy. And now only a short three words. I would like to say that now we are in the process of updating the national strategy of artificial intelligence. This year we had a big public consultation, and we received very positive answers from our general public that they see AI as an opportunity. Of course, they also wrote to us that there are many risks concerning misinformation, manipulation of opinions, etc., and also cybersecurity they see as a very problematic issue concerning AI. But also they see it as a very good tool how to have their work more productive, more effective, and how they can use better also their leisure time with AI. So we were very positively impressed in it, in these findings, and now we had some special drafting session on our updated strategy with a lot of experts from the public sphere, with the ministries and also with the businesses, and we wanted that the new strategy will also look at the other, I would say, areas of life, like public sphere should also have more use this AI in the future. So, for example, this is one of our tasks to rewrite our strategy and to look, of course, into the future and cooperate with the other countries in the world how to make AI more safe.
If you have some words, you can wrap up within 2 minutes, please, okay? And then we finalize the session.
Okay, so my summary of my presentation is that we see AI as a good tool for all citizens, for all businesses to be used, and with great potential for international cooperation in application of artificial intelligence. That's why we work with our EU partners, as well as with our like-minded partners. We have some consultation, and also we are very glad that Turkey is also member of the partnership for AI organization, where is also Czech Republic, and so I think there is a very strong ties that will be built in the future with all other countries in this domain.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Lenka, for the perspective of Czechia's strategy and the good willing at the end of your words. As the moderator of this session, I will make my final duty. Do you have any question?
I have a very small, short question, just a short question to the representative of Vodafone, because it's really interesting for now that we speak about the good things, you know, so the artificial intelligence, everything is good, but the criminal is not also studying, yeah, so they also work, and they also use the artificial intelligence for the criminal things in the future. So how you, in your company, now faced with this kind of the, let's say, investigation process with the artificial intelligence from the criminal side, and how do you fight with them? So very shortly, if you already have any measures.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
I get the concern, so time limit. Basically, like the ethical part of the AI and also the criminal part of the AI, really, it's a very interesting area for us, because as an organization, we receive lots of stuff, like as you mentioned. For example, when people have an issue related to their phone, they are using app to just share their concern with us, right? But sometimes, although we are asking for the phone photo, they are sending different photos to us. It might be external photos, sometimes they are sending flower, which is, you know, consuming our time, or they are using it for different reasons. Or when we have attacks, as you said, like lots of attacks from different countries are coming to our area too. So basically, we have a very talented people. They are working with the ships. So really just building some counter-attacks to make sure it is not happening, very basic stuff. But thanks to Google and all other platforms, so they are providing lots of ready-to-use services. So we are always trying to find the best approach to make sure it's not happening, because the privacy of the people and also protecting the information, the most important thing. And I'm really glad to be part of the European Commission, by the way, for this thing, because the GDPR is the most powerful regulation in the world. When you compare it with Asia, America, Africa, you cannot show any customer data, or you cannot play with the customer data without any anonymization. So because of that reason, we really feel to say that we have a trusted anonymization technique for people who are individuals that we are using the technology. Does it answer? Yeah. Thank you.
Another question? I thought so. Thank you. Now I'm closing this session, and I assign myself as the master of ceremony. I'm going there. Your Excellency and distinguished guests, now we have finalized our two-session event today, and I think we will move forward with certification session, right? So, yes, please stay there, and we can start from the session 2. Certificates.
Now you are assigning yourself as a certificate?
Yes. Will you give yourself a certificate as the most?
With the executive order.
Only through artificial intelligence.
Evet. Please, Mr. Ambassador, Excellency and Mr. President. İlk şeyde Yes. Mr. Turgut Özal, our Vice President and Senior Manager at Bain Company.
This is your certificate.
Ben burada mı çekelim? Tamam, ben çıkayım artık. Ben şuradan da. Ben şöyle çıkayım. Mr. Ulaşmalı, our IPA London representative.
Welcome.
Away from London.
Thank you for your presentation.
Although Brexit kicked them out, but they are still proud to be in the European Union.
Our valued guest, Dr. Meghan Siravanova. You present me, please.
Mr. Gökhan for the great presentation.
I served in the parliament with Gökhan's father, and now I'm so proud that he is now generating all these different roles at the same time.
Yes, thanks so much, Ivan.
I'm proud of this.
Our first session panelists, our Secretary General, Ms. İrem Sezer. Our Vice President, Mr. Dr. Umut Demirel. Our board member, Associate Professor, Şebnem Özdemir. Soon to be professor.
Well, thank you all very much. Maybe we can have a group photo.
Yes.
All together.
Do you mind if I again jump
Sure,
in?
sure.
With the panelists, let's take a first
All
photo.
those who have certificate, come on.
Yes, yes. The privileged ones. And then all guests all together for please. The panelists. Come in.